You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
How firm thy friendship. Oh,
you know what time it is. You roll with them boys of the fall. You know what time it is. On the ground with a nose for the ball. You know what time it is. Blood, sweat, and them tears for this game. Leaving it all out on the field with no fear for you lanes. It's Buckeyes by a billion. We in the building with over 100,000. We represent from the uttermost to the public housing. If we don't play, all wide receivers got your secondary shook, so they cook them like Bobby Flay. Hey, stay out of my way and trust me, cause I know it's OH. Somebody please give this brother an IO. Come on.
What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boys, where we talk about college football with real fans. I'm Devin. Funky's joining me tonight, and we are blessed yet again to have the newest Buckeye offensive tackle, Aaron Thomas, joining us tonight. Aaron, how you doing, man?
Doing great.
Funky, how about you, bro? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Obviously had a big commitment yesterday, and couldn't complain about today. Today was a great day, and just one day closer to more Buckeye football in the fall.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm currently at this OT7 Nationals event, like here with SFE, so I'm in the hotel room. So please forgive. I'm not my normal setup here, but Aaron, I watched your commitment live, dude. Was very excited to see you commit to the Buckeyes. I got to give it to you, dude. You had me going. I'm gonna be honest, man. When you picked that Washington hat up and put it on your head, I might have lost a little bit of blood to my face. 'Cause I'm like, oh my god, like you got me. I thought for sure. I was like, oh well, I guess it's not the Buckeyes. And then you did it with the Knowles, but good one. I'm glad you involved the dog in it. But before we get going on it, everybody in the chat, hit that like button. Take this moment to share this feed on your Instagram, your Facebook, and your Twitter. That helps us out a lot. And get in the comment section if you're not in there. Chat it up with everybody in there. So let's just get rolling with it, man. I just got to start off with a generic question. So, how's it feel, Aaron, for this recruiting process to be over and for the decision to be made?
It feels great. It feels like a weight off my shoulder.
Yeah, you probably know, but how do your parents feel that this decision is made and there's no more traveling around the
Yeah,
country and going all over the place?
yeah. They're happy. They're happy. Just we're about to go on vacation, so
Oh, yeah. Much deserved. Much deserved. Funky, you got a question? You still with us?
Oh yeah. I mean, Aaron, we knew that it was between probably Texas A&M and the Buckeyes. What was the deciding factor in between that? Like, what when you're really going down to the. I'm sure Texas A&M you had a great visit there, but when you got home, what was like? When did you know that you want to become a Buckeye?
I would say just when I got home, I just had a conversation with my family and then with coach with Coach Bowen, and then we really just talked about all. He just went over all the stuff he's been telling me before, and then I just realized like this is home. So
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
My bad, Funky. Did you have something?
No, you keep going, Devin.
Gotcha. So, Aaron, I just kind of want to know you're a Buckeye now, so we're going to back it up just a hair here. I want to know, man, as a high school player, before your recruitment ever started, what was your overall thought on Ohio State when you heard Ohio State? When you watched them, on TV, what did you think of the Buckeyes?
well, I would actually in high school they were one of my favorite teams. So like my favorite teams growing up were probably Ohio State, Florida State, and Georgia. So and then when I
Okay,
got the offer, man, I was excited. I was
yeah,
happy.
I bet. Hey, take us back to that time real fast. Explain to the listeners, man, when that relationship with Ohio State actually started, and when you got that offer.
So when the relationship first started, Coach Bowen he followed me on Twitter and messaged me, but his profile still said Virginia Tech coach because he just got
Yeah,
to Ohio State, and then he after he like got settled in and knew his way around the place and stuff. He invited me to come down on a visit, and then I came down on a visit, and then I got offered then by Ryan Day in the coach's office. I was so happy. I was so happy.
Yeah, I bet.
When you're going through this process at the beginning and you just get that offer from Coach Bowen, and then you obviously get the offer from Ryan Day, did it really matter that they jumped in the process pretty late? As in, like, 'cause you got the offer in March, I believe. And I mean, that's pretty late for an offer for, a kid in your class. Do you think that affected the recruitment at all? Or you think that no matter when they gave the offer, you're going to give the Buckeyes a fair chance? Or obviously it worked out, but I'm just wondering how you really went after that.
I mean, for me, really, it actually didn't feel that late to me because like I feel like schools were just starting to notice me and stuff. So I didn't really start closing down like my recruitment till I dropped my top 5 um, in April. So yeah, it didn't really feel late. Like it felt like just regular.
Makes sense, yeah. First year playing offensive tackle and getting an offer from Ohio State is a pretty
Yeah.
impressive feat. That is, yeah.
Aaron, one of the main reasons that we started doing this interviewing recruits is because there's all type of articles written about people. There's people talked about in message boards, and I want to give you the opportunity here because there's a lot of people who don't really realize your background in football, right? There's people that think you just started playing football a year ago, and so, the confusion is, hey, you just moved to the offensive line. I'm aware, but can you let the people know kind of your background in football, how long you've been playing, and then get into the details of when did you switch to offensive line?
I've been playing since 8th grade, but I played D line all the way up till my junior year last season. That was my first time playing O line. But I've been playing football since 8th grade, and I played D line.
Gotcha. Can you tell us what what was involved in that decision to go from defensive line to offensive line?
I mean, like my first 2 offers were for D line, but then my coach he played at UCLA. He played O line. He said I'd probably have more offers if I played O line. So I just
Yeah,
took it upon myself to just do the switch, and it worked out.
I would say so.
When you're going through this process, there's different types of offensive line recruits. You can be recruited at tackle, at guard. You can be recruited to be the center. Well, we've heard that you're being recruited to play tackle at Ohio State, and I'm just wondering, what were they telling you? Do they want you to be a right tackle, a left tackle? Because yeah, I mean, it just they'll take that recruitment process a little differently depending on the guy. So I'm just wondering, what did those conversations look like with Coach Bowen or Coach Day?
Yeah, he just they recruited me to play tackle because of my athleticism and then obviously the height and weight, things like that. But um, he said they just recruited me to play tackle. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I love what you said in your commitment. Your message you gave to all these other recruits not to pay attention to the rankings, but to just go out there and keep working hard. And I just can you speak on that a little bit on how you don't pay attention to that? Because I think a lot of people put a lot of weight in these rankings, but when you go back and watch your film, it's very evident that people are just behind on evaluating you and your skill set. Because, I mean, you're up there with the best. You have the potential to be the best offensive tackle in this class. That's just the truth. But I don't think people realize that. People get caught up in these rankings all the time instead of, hey, go watch the dude's film, right, and see what he has there. Can you speak a little bit there about how maybe that pushed you to work harder, or just how that went into your recruitment?
I would say, I mean, I feel underrated, but I mean, rivals they recently like a few months ago gave my 4 star, but the other websites I just think I haven't been evaluated enough. I think that would probably be the main thing. But I mean, I just started playing the position, so I didn't expect the most, but I know the player I am, so I don't really listen to the rating.
I mean,
I'm about to go to Ohio State, so
well, yeah, the national champs just recruited you, so I think that's all that needs to be said there. And I agree with him. I'm glad you're a Buckeye, man.
Yeah, Aaron, I'm out on the West Coast in California, and I've gotten the blessing of watching a ton of football and I live in SoCal, so there's
yeah,
no bad football around here. And I took the time and watched your tape, and I mean, you're not going to be 3 stars for much longer. I'll tell you that. It's the fourth and fifth star. Or really, I mean, you'll be a top 100 guy by the time the class ends, and I really don't have any doubt about that. Because in Arizona football already always gets underrated. Always gets
yeah,
underrated. There's a ton of good guys from down there. I mean, the recent memories I have from Arizona, Denzel Burke was an Arizona kid, and he wasn't even in the top 250, I believe, out of high school. I remember when he committed to Ohio State. I'm pretty sure he was a 3 star, and he ended up being, like a 3 or 4 year starter at Ohio State and an NFL player. So the rankings, especially in the state of Arizona, in my personal opinion, are very, very flawed because the recruiting services do not give it enough looks. And yeah, like you said, not playing offensive line until this year probably didn't give him a lot of film to look at as well. But I mean, that's going to go away quickly. The little Buckeye bump, we like to call it. So
Yeah. Yeah, real fast. I've seen people in the chat saying I have an echo. I apologize. In a hotel room, I don't have my normal mic in front of me, so hopefully everybody can hear me good and whatnot. But Aaron, I kind of want to dive into. We never got the chance to talk to you. I messaged you trying to get you on here before your official or after your official visit, and you're like, "Hey, man, if I become a Buckeye, I'll do an interview with you." And I'm like, all right, I like that, man. I like that trade there. So can you walk us through the official visit, right? Let's start with who were some of the players that you hung around for your official visit?
Um, wait, you're the Ohio State was right, correct?
That's correct.
All
Yes.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, I hung around. I hung around many different people. I hung around James Peoples, Deontay Armstrong, who else? Jeremiah Smith. That was mainly
Yeah.
it. That was mainly it.
And what was your takeaway from that? What was your takeaway from what you were seeing from the other players, the players that have been there for a while? What was their feedback to you about what it means to be a Buckeye and the culture there and the brotherhood? What kind of feeling did you get from them?
I mean, they said so much about how hard it was, the actual practice and lifting and stuff, and that like when they have time off, it's like they feel like the best feeling in the world. They say Coach Day really cares about the players and like everything he's telling you is gonna be like. That's actually what it's gonna be like. And
Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
uh,
I think Funky's still there.
yeah, it looks
Anyway,
like
I'll
I'm
dive.
lagging. Yeah, keep going, Doug.
Oh, I got you. Aaron, this is a big thing, man. People want to know because you go to one website, right? It says 6'5", 280. You go to another website, it says 6'7", 320. Where are you at right now, man?
I'm 6'6", 305.
Okay, right in the middle. That makes sense, dude. And so on that official visit, you mentioned going in Coach Day's office. I've heard some rumblings about some of your family members that were big time Buckeyes, and maybe Coach Day helped out and did something for you. Can you talk to us about your meeting with Coach Day and how that went?
Yeah. When I was meeting with Coach Day after I got the offer, um, my mom she insisted to like call my grandma because she's the biggest Ohio State fan. She's from Ohio, and then like we got her on the phone with Coach Day. She was so excited. She was so happy, man. I don't know.
That's amazing. So I was laughing there because I know how my grandparents react being on the phone with Coach Day. I mean, it's hard not to like Coach Day, and I'm sure that you could probably speak for yourself meeting him. I mean, I'm sure your parents absolutely loved him. That's just what it seems like for me. I've gotten the pleasure of talking to him once in my life, and it was he's a stand-up dude. But yeah, how did your parents feel about Coach Day when they first met him? Did he feel like authentic?
Yeah, he felt like I would say like a regular person. He just is a good coach. But like if he wasn't a coach, you would be cool with him. So it's like he's just I don't know. He's just
So when you were there, man, did you go out on the town? Did you get to see
Mm.
any of Columbus? And based off that, give us your thoughts, dude, about hey, you're about to go there, you're about to live there. It's about to be
Yeah.
a part of your life. So give us your thoughts on the city of Columbus.
We'll say like a misconception. This is what I thought too. I thought Ohio State was about to be like in the middle of nowhere, like cornfield. I don't know, but it's actually like it's like a big city. Like it's alive. It's actually things to do. We went to Top Golf too. That was fun. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's just it's a big city.
Yeah, you're not the first recruit to say that, man. We've had several on here. I'm from the part of Ohio where it is cornfields and
Yeah.
cows and farms. That's where I'm from. The city is Columbus is definitely not that.
Hmm.
Yeah, Columbus is one of the biggest NIL markets in the entire college football world for sure. And you go to, or not to, I mean, some of those Texas schools, in my opinion, I've visited for some track meets, and yeah, it was kind of scary being there. I can't even lie to you. But Columbus, especially during the fall, is, I mean, absolutely nuts. Have you ever been to an Ohio State game before, Aaron? Have you been to the shoe for a game day?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Are you going to be there this fall?
Yeah, I'm gonna go when they play Texas.
Hey, hey, I'll be
Oh
there as well.
yeah.
I'll be there as well.
Mm.
Maybe we can maybe get you up in the suite, Aaron.
Oh dang, that would be fun.
Hey, we can make it work. We can make it work.
Mm.
Yeah, Aaron, I'll shoot you a message, try to hook you up when you go there, dude. But hey man, so but during the off season, obviously we lost Coach Fry, our old offensive line coach, and Ryan Day brought in Bowen and Coach Johnson and some other coaches to help on the offensive line. Can you speak about your relationship there with Bowen and the other offensive line coaches, and also your thoughts on having essentially three experienced offensive line coaches that are going to be coaching you the next 3 to 4 years.
I would say our relationship is good with all of them, but I would say having three O line coaches is definitely a benefit, especially as like a underclassman because you get there at some schools that have one O line coach, and it's really just stand there and just hold the bag and then you may get your turn, you may not, but with three you always get reps. Uh, Even one time at the practice I went to, one of the walk-ons got the same amount of reps as one of the starters, and yeah, that's really. I think that's a good part for your development, having three line coaches like that.
When it
Did,
comes to
did you,
your, oh, sorry, keep going, Devin.
no, you got it, Funky. Take her away, bro.
When you're going through the recruitment process, was Bowen the head leader of that online group? I know he's the run game coordinator plus the offensive line coach. So was he like the main leader you talked to, or was it one of the other offensive line coaches, or was it even like Ryan Day or maybe Ryan Hartline?
Yeah, Coach Bowen. Coach Bowen was my main contact.
Nice. So, dude, one of the things Ohio State fans we talk about Body by Marotti, man, their strength and conditioning coach there. So, did you get an opportunity to go through like the nutritional plan and what they have planned for you as far as your body physically? And were you able to kind of see the transformation? I don't know if you knew some of these freshmen that are there before, but were you able to see like some of these players there and see what Ohio State does to people physically?
Yeah, they actually showed me my host, Deontay. He was like 250 something, like 250 when he got there, and now he's like 315. Um, that was crazy. But yeah, we went through the nutrition. They said they make a plan for you after you do your DEX scan and get your like body fat percentage and things like that.
Yeah. What what's a comfortable weight for you? What is the highest have they talked about that yet? Is that something they'll probably dive into you when you get on campus? But for you personally, what would be your ideal? Hey, this is the weight I would want to be playing at.
Probably like 315, like
Yeah,
max 325, like probably that.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Aaron, I've heard from just other recruits that this year Ohio State is taking a little different stance when it comes to official visits, and they're kind of making the official visits like talking a lot about how hard college football is, and compared to other schools that may be kind of sunshine pumping on how college football is to, maybe not scare away someone from a program or a team. Uh, what, in your opinion, was Ohio State's approach to on your visit to you? Were they sunshine pumping? Were they being hard on you? And how did that affect your decision?
They were just telling it how it is. Like they weren't trying to sell anybody, or they were just telling the actual facts of how it is at playing for Ohio State. I think that was one reason I liked them. Yeah, I actually like that. I like that.
Gotcha. Well, man, it's known, right? You're there in Arizona. We know LaCharles Bentley has a big place there where he does a lot of training. He's a pretty famous Buckeye. Can you talk to us about that and how that has increased your game and what it's like being trained by LaCharles Bentley?
I'm saying that training is really intense. All the trainers, we got CJ, Josh, and Brian. They're in there most of the time, and then LaCharles comes sometimes. But that training is intense. It's legit, and I actually just got finished today. I have like my shirt was. I looked like I jumped out of a swimming pool or something. Like I don't know. It's
That,
it's tough. It's tough. It
that's
makes me a
good,
better
man.
player for sure.
Yeah.
Getting the big thing that really sold all of Buckeye Nation on you and your commitment. The reason why we were so excited for, or really, I mean, you should have saw the freaking message boards the morning of your commitment, Aaron. They're blowing. They're like, "Oh, he's going to Texas A&M. This is horrible. What the heck?" So seeing you commit to the Buckeyes, they're really excited, and really the main reason for that was because of what Charles Bentley said. He called you as good as anyone else in the country, and just how does that feel to have? I mean, not just a Buckeye legend, but really a college football legend say that about you, because he does not give out compliments easily.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a really hard person to impress. I mean, I think all of the trainers there are, and I train with the NFL players, so I try to hang around with them. I don't really, I don't know. Like, I mean, that's great. It feels great just to know you said that about me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Dude, I got to know, kind of diving into the inside of this, man. Uh, When did you know, like for sure, hey, it's the Buckeyes, man? Because from the outside looking in, a lot of people, all the nation gets to find out when you announce. You know what I mean? There's always this debate back and forth where he's going. It's kind of a game people like to play, man. When did you know, man? When did you know that, dude, this is where I want to be?
Um, it was actually that Sunday, the Sunday I got back home from my Texas A&M visit. That's when I know.
Nice, man. Well, Well, man, it's been awesome having you here. I think we kind of ran through everything. Maybe a couple more final questions here for you, and a couple things to wrap this up. Funky, any final questions or comments for the newest Buckeye, Aaron?
Just, I mean, excited to have you, man. And uh, your freshman year, I would really think we're gonna win the Natty. So you get used to winning and get used to winning quick, because I mean, there's not a more consistent program in the nation than the Buckeyes, and there's a culture of winning, and I cannot wait to see you compete with that and continue that legacy, man. I'm just happy for you, because I mean, seeing the West Coast guys go to the Buckeyes makes me happy. You, Wilder, hopefully. I mean, Julian Saint's a California kid, so there's a few of them on the Buckeyes. It's always exciting to see y'all succeed as Buckeyes, and then the NFL eventually.
So,
Yeah, we're just trading back and forth. The Arizona Cardinals have some Buckeyes. We're just taking a couple Arizona. You know what I mean? It's kind of a mutual agreement that we're doing there. Hey, man, so you see the class that the Buckeyes have now, got Maxwell Riley, Sam Greer, Tucker Smith. Have you been talking to them? Have you got to know them at all? And then are there any other recruits in this 26 class that you would like to see join this Buckeyes class?
I've been I mean, I've been talking to them. I've been talking to mainly Max, Riley, and Sam.
Sam?
Yeah, we had some conversations, but I mean, I wanted because on my Texas A&M visit, I was with Drew Evers.
Yep.
I wanted
Mhm.
him to come too, but I texted him this morning too, before he committed to SMU. I texted him this morning.
Hey, that one's not
That,
over, Aaron. It's not over until signing day. It's not
Uh,
over until signing day.
uh,
yeah, we'll see what's going on, man. But yeah, dude, Tucker Smith's another one from Arizona. I heard somebody told me you guys are only like 20 minutes apart.
no, we're like 40 something.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So somebody lied to me. So
Maybe
did
this
you
is
know of him or
maybe
anything?
did I what?
Did you know of him or heard about him or anything being there in
I
Arizona or no?
I'm not gonna lie, I did not know. I
Yeah.
didn't know until he committed to Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean it's all good. I was just curious, dude. But hey, man, you're a family here to the Buckeye boys. We this is our third, fourth interview with you, dude. It's a pleasure having you on every single time. I look forward to keeping that relationship strong, getting you back on here at another time. And bro, I know Buckeye Nation blew up like Funky said when you committed, man. We know what's up. The real fans, we watch film, we see what's up. We know the ballers, we see your aggression on that offensive line, and that's a trait we love to see in our offensive lineman, man. So I'm so happy for you and your family. I'm grateful that they allowed you to come on here and join us for this opportunity, and excited to see you in Scarlet and Gray, man. You got any final words or comments for Buckeye Nation?
Go Bucks.
Yeah, there we go, man. Funky, anything else? You good?
No, I'm good. Just thanks for being here, Aaron. We appreciate you always.
Yep, yes sir.
Yeah, and we appreciate you. On that note, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Go Buckeyes. OH.
Yo.
Io.